From the plains to every town, we're building futures, breaking ground. Teachers rising, voices strong, leading change where we belong. It's about the hearts we raise, lighting up the brighter days. Kansas leads, we stand together, stronger now than ever, ever. Learning, growing, planting seeds, shaping tomorrow. Kansas leads. Tomorrow, Kansas leads.
All right, guys, welcome to the next edition of Leeds Lounge. We got some special things coming at you for this conference. It's happening real quick. There's a real quick turnaround between the last conference and this time, which is a little different, but that's okay because our conference is going to be a little bit different this go around. As always, I am Jordan.
And I'm Dwayne.
And today we are bringing a man forward from behind the curtain. One that you see occasionally, especially in person because you can't miss him. That's why we call him Tall Tim. But we are bringing Tim Vesco out from behind the curtain because him and Dwayne are going to talk to us about the changes coming to this conference. It's going to run a little bit different. So without further ado, Mr. Tim Vesco, how are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing great this evening, and I'm excited to talk about all the changes we're doing for this particular conference because it is such a quick turnaround. We've decided to go with a unconference slash EdCamp format, and we're really excited for it. And we're we want to kind of educate the people that are listening to this about what it's like. EdCamps were really huge and really popular in the, I would say, early 2010s all the way through the 2010s, and it's a great format to learn and have conversations, and we're excited to bring it to Kansas Leads in January.
And then one thing that we do know is, like, with our amazing team, like, we're not nervous, we're not scared about this quick turnaround, so we don't want any of our attendees to be fearful that they're going to miss out on anything, because this format really does lend itself to short timing because of what an unconference is. I got pulled in by Tim early on, like, to attend some of these ed camps and then actually put on a few of our own. So we've got some good experience with this.
Awesome. Yeah, what's really cool about ed camp and unconference style is it's all built around the participant. When you go there that day, there's not going to be an agenda. There's not going to be a session board. We're going to build it there off of what you want to talk about. And what's really cool, you don't need to be an expert to learn about something there. I can give a personal story. I went to ed camp, Kansas City. It was at the Nelson Atkins Museum. That was a really cool place to learn. And I heard about this format. I was kind of new to it, and they had blank boards, just blank white paper, room numbers, and like time slots. And I wanted to learn about flexible seating. So I put down flexible seating on the chart, and then 30 people were in that room, and my name's there as the leader. I'm like, I don't know anything about this. And all I did was say, hey guys, I'm interested in flexible seating. What do you know? And the room just took over, and we all just shared ideas. There was no presentation. We just talked. Everybody took notes. It was fantastic. And we walked away. I learned so much. And then the best part about it was I still wanted to learn more about it, but our session time was done. So we just found another room and kept going. And just that's what I wanted to learn about that day and get ideas and build and create. So that's one cool thing about an unconference is that we are going to build the sessions there in Wichita about what you want to learn about. And you do not need to be an expert at all to lead a session. Most of the time, you're not going to see presentations. It's going to be conversation based, and we could have 100 people in a room maybe because they're really excited about it, or it may just be two of you, and the learning can still happen. And that's what makes it so exciting. So it's a fun, great way to learn and have conversations and meet amazing people.
And it is the way that the format is situated. It's that you shouldn't have one person at the front of the room, like dictating the conversation and leading a session. it's conversation based. It's based off of your experience, expertise, and genuine, like the questions. It's a really great format for, like Tim said, going in and just starting. This is what I do in my classroom. What else do you guys do? And the conversations that blossom from that are incredible. And the networking, again, we take great pride in our team and the Kansas Leads team and our conferences, that we have so many relationships that we fostered throughout this process. EdCamp is something that's going to go exactly along with that.
What I'm
Absolutely. What? Go ahead.
what I'm loving about what I'm hearing here is, LEAD stands for Linking Educators Across Districts. And our conference does that, right? Like I didn't know Tim, I didn't know Dwayne. We have this whole podcast now, right? And that started through Leads. But what I'm liking about this is it's really like you don't have to be the expert to help somebody out.
Nope.
I think that's
Absolutely.
important in our profession.
Mhm.
It is, and it's okay to sign up with the session about like what I said. Like I knew nothing about it, and then ended up getting rid of my desks and everything, and just hearing from conversations with people that had done it before. Um, so you don't need to be the expert. However, if you are an expert in something and feel like you can add to those conversations, go to those. So that's really great. And it doesn't have to end there. If one session is done and it was so good, and there's a group of you that are like, I want to keep learning about this, we're going to have rooms set aside where you can go and continue that conversation. You could do that all day if you want. You find a topic you're really excited about and a group of you are passionate about it, go for it. It's about you that day. And nobody's going to tell you like, hey, go, we need you to go to these sessions. It doesn't work like that. Also, one of the rules of EdCamp or unconferences is called the rule of 2 feet. Dwayne, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the rule of 2 feet, we recognize how valuable your time is. So first of all, you coming and giving up your Friday and Saturday to come to our conference, we always place a great deal of value in that and understand that. So within these sessions, there are times where you will walk into a session and maybe it wasn't what you thought it was. So it's the rule of 2 feet. It's if you're not getting out of it what you thought you were going to get out of it, it's okay. Nobody will be offended if you get up and you just walk out. At the same point, if there's on the choice board, if you notice that there are different discussions that are signed up, this is one of the great things about that's with an unconference that you don't have to worry about offending anybody is if you go and if it is exactly what you thought it was going to be and you got enough out of that discussion, but you still wanted to be part of a different session that was going on at that same time slot, feel free to get up and walk out and go join in on that one. So it's the doors are open, walk in, walk out whenever needed. But like Tim said, there have been some sessions that we've gone to and it's been literally standing room only. And there's so many conversations going on. But there's also been some where it literally is just two people. I guess it'd be weird if it's just one, just talking to yourself. So we'll place a minimum of two on there. So
But what if I need expert advice? Isn't that what that means? Like if I'm talking to myself, I just need
yeah,
expert advice?
yeah, I guess so.
You
I,
know?
I I don't think it's weird to talk to yourself. It's just weird to answer back.
There you go.
That is, but sometimes, but that's what I like about it. Most of the time, um, it's what Dwayne said. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to go learn about how I can get more of my kids writing in the classroom. What are some good strategies with that? There's a session there, and then there's another session on like trauma-based learning. They're going at the same time. Okay, well, I'm going to go to this one for a little bit, and then I'm going to go catch that one in a little. I'll go try to catch that over there. That happens. That happens a lot, and that's okay to do that. You're not going to offend anybody at all. We'll go over that day when you're in Wichita. We'll go over all these rules and expectations. It's not scary at all, and you will not offend anybody if you go into it and you're like, "Oh, I kind of know about this already. I'm going to go see what else I can go find."
And not only that, but there have been so many sessions that I've gone to personally where up on the board, you sign up for something and you go in and you start having discussions about what you initially planned on. And then you go off on a tangent, you branch
Mhm.
off, And everybody's like, oh my gosh, okay, how do you do that? What do you do in your classroom? And you're talking about a completely different topic. Again, adding value to your own professional development, but you end up talking about things and learning about more that you didn't even know that you wanted to learn about.
When I
Yep.
think
One of
that
my go ahead, Jordan. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. I think that also fixes one of the things like when I talk about participants, like our conferences are great, but it's like so many good sessions are always happening at the same time. It's like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I only can choose one. So what's the one I want to focus? That's not what this is. If there's three things going on, talk a little bit here, talk a little bit there, go a little bit there. I think that's going to be an awesome experience.
Absolutely. And one cool thing about it also is if you do find something, you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. But now I want to work on it right now. I want to get on my computer and start building and work on things. Go for it. It's your day. We'll have rooms set aside and places set aside where you can start making those activities or connections, and because it's all about you that day. That's what it's mainly about. One of my favorite sessions, like this, we just don't get to do this a lot. Is I can remember when we at Camp Kansas, we hosted this part down in Frontenac, and we had a lot of first year and pre-service teachers come in, and one of the sessions was literally like, what should we expect? And we just, a bunch of us veteran teachers went in there, and they asked us a bunch of questions. We told them stories, and just shared things like that. Like at a regular conference, it's hard to have a session like that. An unconference is built for that, where we can talk to them and tell them how amazing this profession is. Here are some things you may not know about, and things to think about, and then having their energy also feedback on us too. Like they're coming up with some idea, like we learned this in college. You're like, oh my gosh, that's a brilliant idea. So I really can't. I promise you, you guys are going to love this. It's so fun. It's so energizing. All of our conferences have been energizing, but I think this one will leave it a little bit different, if that makes sense. Like a different sort of energy.
Yeah. And I would say like I'm OCD myself. So like I do get that being nervous about going in and like not knowing what to expect, not seeing that agenda laid out, but recognizing like, okay, we're going and I am going to get an amazing amount of knowledge from this day, from this conference. So I promise you, you will love it.
Yep, absolutely. And again, like I said, it's don't feel bad like with the rule of 2 feet thing. I think a lot of people sometimes get nervous, like, oh, I'm going to offend somebody. You won't. You won't at all. It's like we said, it's about you that day. And also, don't if you sign up for a session and it is only 2 or 3 people in there, that's okay. That
Mhm.
is totally okay. You're getting what you need out of it. And sometimes maybe there's not an expert in that room, but maybe you guys can work together to do research and get online and find those resources that sometimes at our PD days of school we don't have time to do that. So it's a blast. It really is a blast, and it's so much fun. And I'm glad we're bringing it back into the Kansas Leads fold.
And that was something at the height of its popularity there. Like Tim and I, we were able to actually do this with on our professional development days at our own school, at our own
Mhm.
district. So again, when our administrators who weren't quite familiar with the format, it made them a little bit nervous because they like to have their plans out and everything for what is this professional development day going to look like. And like, it'll be okay. Trust us with this. We'll put it up. And we had conversations with colleagues that we're able to work with on a daily basis that we would never have been able to have. So again, those conferences, we were able to walk away with more knowledge that we felt that's beneficial to us than we normally would. So again, this format definitely lends to that.
I also feel like it's going to lend to, you know, people. I think everybody has value to add to a
Mhm.
conversation and potentially to a conference. And I think some people, I can't be in the front. Like I
Mhm.
can't. And I feel like this style of conference leads to those voices being able to share their ideas. And I think that's going to be a really powerful thing too.
Yep,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, not only that, but not having the time constraints, not having I'm going to have to get up in front of people and be this expert, but also I'm going to have to talk to them for an hour about something. Where this, it's I can give you my 5 minutes of expertise on it or what I'm looking for, and then it's on to the next person. But it doesn't have to just be a talking around the room. It's a true conversation. It's back and forth. It's popcorning everywhere. So it's fantastic.
I would encourage people that have signed up, which we already have. I just checked. We have 102 people registered already in just 3 days. So if I'm not sure when this is going up, Jordan, but register soon because we do have a limited number. I'm not sure the exact number, but register as soon as you can. Um, uh, but there's just so many, like Dwayne, you hit it on the head. You don't have to be an expert, but come with some ideas of
Mhm.
some things you may just want to talk about, or something that you're passionate about. And you don't need to bring a presentation or anything, but if you are an expert in something, just bring that knowledge so that way we can tap into you and you can share all that amazingness that you know with all of us there.
Mhm.
I think slight change of pace. We've talked about, hey, we got this whole new style of conference and the way things are going to be a little bit different. But don't worry, guys. There is things that we are still going to entertain you on Friday night, and we are still going to feed you some fantastic food. Those details of the food and the entertainment are going to come out. And as always, how much does this one cost, guys?
Um, is it
Uh,
free?
Still free, always
Yes.
free. And
Free.
what's cool about ed camps, and it fits perfectly. Ed camps and unconferences, that was one of the pillars of it, is it's free to come to. So it fits right in with what we are doing here. It fits in right with our mission too.
Absolutely.
So we will still treat you guys right. We will feed you. We will entertain you. You will leave with your buckets full. You will leave energized. But as Tim said, there is a maximum occupancy allowed. And we're not quite there yet, but ask your friends, get signed up. Um, Follow social media if you haven't already followed our Facebook page, all those things. Follow, like on Facebook. From that standpoint, you can also follow. I said we are a podcast now, so follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcast and Amazon Podcasts and all that kind of stuff. Wherever you want to get your information. As
And
Jay.
Absolutely.
if you have not already liked and subscribed, why? Like this is pretty incredible right here, the conversations and everything. So still looking for that sponsor. So if you
Yeah.
if
If you
if
know
you're
somebody,
interested,
honestly though, if you've gone to one of these before, we have several multi-time attenders, and that's so cool. It really fills my heart. Go, or if you are going out, go to somebody in your district or in your building and just say, hey, you want to come tag along with me? We are still paying for hotel rooms in Wichita, so you don't have to worry about a place to stay. But go personally invite somebody to come along with you. Maybe you're like, oh, lady down the hall she is an amazing, she knows so much about trauma-based um, learning and all of that. Like, you need to come to this and share your expertise. You don't need to make a presentation, just come share what you know. Or somebody that needs that, we're getting through January, they need that extra push. Go out and personally invite them to come, get them registered, and join in on all the fun. I promise you'll love it.
You
it
know,
is. And the timing of it also, like where it'll be in late January. So it's one of those that I know some of us don't have that break. We don't have those 3 day weekends or anything in between there. So sometimes we need that extra little push, especially after coming back from Christmas break and how crazy intense our classrooms can be. We need that extra little motivation. So as Jordan said in the opening, like we promise we are going to fill your cup, fill your bucket. Like you're going to walk away from this invigorated and ready to dominate the rest of your school year.
I think the other important thing to point out is, yes, guys, this is I think the third time we're back at Wichita, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
It's all going to be different though.
Mhm.
It's not the
Mm-hmm.
same location. It's not the same entertainment. It's not even going to be the same food, guys. Like just because, hey, oh, I went to the first two in Wichita, that's going to be the same thing. It's not. Don't let that deter you from signing up, from inviting a friend, and from participating in what I think is going to be a very amazing and impactful experience.
Yep, we want to keep it fresh for our participants, fresh for us. And so this unconference is going to be a great way to do that.
Mr. Vesco, Tim, Tall Tim, thank you for joining us this evening. As I said, coming out from behind the curtain, Tim runs all the, I would say 99% of the social media posts are Tim. He keeps our team organized and on track. He doesn't let himself out very often, but we always appreciate it when he steps out and lends his expertise for us to learn from.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys being part of the team and all that you do. You guys put on a great show here. I love listening to it on my podcasts when I'm doing laundry before Chiefs games. So I always got Dwayne and Jordan in my ear, giving us that positive message, which I need as a Chiefs fan this year, to be honest.
Hey, I was going to say to both of you, you guys are like more than welcome to be voluntary Rams fans for the rest of the NFL season. We'll take you.
Staying loyal. We got this.
Dwayne, take us home, man.
Oh, man. Again, Tim, thank you. Jordan, as always. So from our classroom to yours, we see you, we get you, and we're right there with you. Keep changing the world one child at a time. We'll see you next time in the lounge.
We lift each other every day, advocating, taking part. Service starts within the heart. It's about the dreams we chase, every child a brighter place. Kansas Leaf, we stand together, stronger now than ever, ever. Learning, growing, planting seeds, shaping tomorrow. Kansas Leaf. Tomorrow, Kansas Leaf. Leadership in every hand, voices rising across the land. Side by side, we'll meet the